Castro was one of the people that I met years ago. I had one or two discussions with him. Enipa nim say eye hunhum ade e nsuo na afa no, right? But nsuo na afa no no enye obia na ebi a wo kasa ade na wo beti ase and ebi o hono ma se nsuo fa wo bia nsuo no pese ebi e kurom hofo na omosum nsuo no nsuo no pese omu hu no se sa mistake na asoma si ye no man nye de man nye bi. Me being a spiritualist, as I am saying my part is that I believe that nsuo fa obia it me anybody ni pie ene bi o no so a body ni me pie wa ha it me ko pie kuro fuforo so. What I say? But sometimes I ask myself, say, there's something very fishy. I mean, we don't see when say we get to see say you are getting drowned. At least say you boat in when be a journey. So we have to jump in and help you. You understand? Did that happen? They didn't explain much about it. Well, there's something that those who were together and that happened, they are hiding something.
Meaning Asamoah Ninuano any omo koye. There's something they are hiding. Akwaba obibi akwaba ereba ye platform yi so ebusianfo so wo hwe mensa nifa so a obehu se eyo panyin kase ne din ede bahuma oba Ghana ha no mo de a waje din baby a eba na spirituality arase yenka ne sa honhum nsem ene ne ekoso ewo Ghana ha no ma eyo panyin we udi mu akoti ne ye pa no nimfom yi enu ti ne ya ben na ye twi ede ya ben ye pese ene no edi nkom ebusianfo ene nkomo no eye very very extended ene niema opese ohun ne opese wuti dia wo hwehwe ni nyina no ade ade ni nyina beto form na edu hu nkomoboko ye ne beninam entertainment industry nemu kakra niema ekoso ewom ene niema ebusua enne me say menko bebia because conversation we answer na ebewie no na won so say bia abrabo mu bibi da so a wenya solution openyikase we de me wakwa abasronko ede ba ye platform yeso edino so fa Ghana hanoma magidin baby in one can say in 50 seconds. Your casa can ask them kakra actually Ghana for a day and a week.
Oh, yeah, casa me coming once I can forget now. Well, as a young guy, I started back from Tamale, and then that was where I was born. Until when you owe me, one of my brother in Asha say before I saw me movie about Accra, but I started spiritual work when I was just like a child. So I've been in it up to now. Yes, I've been in it. So, Bahuma, when you just mentioned Bahuma, everybody knows be enemy says because I'm not somebody that, even though it's hardly to sometimes get in contact with me, but people really know the kind of person I am. Yeah.
We dear what be watching when yende and was shas if it tamale no one and a trust was shas we dear ye treat me chu adwina kwechiri kakra na ye di nkomo me dear as dey we near hame me see obi or yes spiritual or yes spiritual issues be a me share ni bi as a question we may be saying about abranti and din Edi Castro ye nyina enim kwan krofa so ejira ye ene ade besi na ebi mu so ote ase ebi mu so oni ho Castro you being a spiritual person unhu ne say ote ase anaso oni wo ye wi ana kire say nkomo ye wo ne yesan edi.
One thing about Castro issue nearby, you know, if you can realize people any pen say
Majwa no akasa den kakra de amame
any pen say hunhum ade nsuo na afa no, right? But nsuo na afa no enye obia na ebia wo kasa ade na wo beti ase because obi honoma he doesn't really know much about spiritual stuff. So to kasa nsuo afa obia he won't get it. What I said. So this is how it happened. I say, see, you know, there was this spiritualist who came out to say he can bring Castro out from the water, and they end up putting him in the boat. And when they got to so they have to go and help him. Imagine, you understand? Fine, you are a spiritualist. One who say but you can't bring the person back. What I say? In you can't bring the person back. So,
since you funny pa, you can't bring the person back to you. Microphone, and you are 4 more microphone. Ko yi omo.
a different. Ebi oho no ma se nsuo fa obi a nsuo no pese ebi ekrumu hofo na omosum nsuo no. Nsuo no pese omuhu no say mistake na asom asiye no. Man nye de. Man nye bi wa wo be hu like the dead body no. You no go ahead and offend and answer odi nechi wa de be no. So obey ye body need to appear out for the people to see what is capable of. What I say. So when you see the body like that, definitely you guys all are going to be scared and be careful with whatever you are doing. What I say. Into no, you can't say sure for ubia or no say na ye hu ni body no. So we share ensure no ne kesia a bit me at the body no. Akwa kopie baby fufuro because they went deep. Omuko deep. And the mass are didn't see it. But sometimes, what we don't like talking about it, well, there's something that those who were together and that happened, they are hiding something.
Meaning, as a Mwejan, Ninuano, any omo there's something they are hiding.
As you mean, I ask myself so many times about this question, say, you jump in the water, then I get to see that you are getting drowned. What do I need to do? We need to jump in the water.
Maybe it's a witty story now. So I'm with just king.
That's why the story don't go straight. Mm-hmm. That's why I said there's something that they're hiding. Because the story doesn't go straight. This one will say this, and this one will say this, and this one will say this. Me being a spiritualist, as I am saying my part is that I believe that in Siofa Obia, it to me, anybody ni pie. Any be almost what body ni me pie wa. It to me ko pie kurufu for us. What I say. But sometimes I ask myself, say, there's something very fishy. I mean, we don't see when I say we get to see say you are getting drowned. At least say you boat in when be a journey. So we have to jump in and help you. You understand? Did that happen? They didn't explain much about it. So to me, I believe that there's something they are hiding. The story is not straight. You understand? But if it's true that they couldn't save him, then that means he's not fan. So when somebody tells you say he's still alive and they've seen him here, they've seen him there, it's just stories.
So meaning say no ude uhuni say Castro level on the one TSB.
Exactly. To be frank and truthful with you, it's 100%.
Castro unihubi.
I'm not trying to put the family into pains or his fans into pains. But what happened, it hurt all of us because Castro was one of the people that I met years ago. I had one or two discussions with him. And he's a very nice person. So when I heard the story, it really moved me much. But I realized that enyekwa. So I didn't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. So I just know, say, that is why the story is not straight. So what else?
And I share some great celebrities for any dream of perception be say you drone them and then you more if you and command be brave or I be the nipo tosum you or no so and saying no film and also Ghana for can send me branch and ding at the Osei tutu or no so or Yakuma wood a actor no and also net the non crop and I can send be brave you say mobile na yen say we you being a spiritualist what do you see?
Me being a spiritualist in me who say this should tell any pebiase bibi we are say. You understand? So when we say me spiritualist say me kasana Mitchell say adi we e wo ho no mampa and I said to say ubi tu ubi edru no e wo ho no mampa sany incidents we see you know nipa dream be the be so say bibi we are say ampa. Because it's not just natural. What I say, uti ebusuana no omonsema na ebusuana I mean his family what they were talking about and then what they were saying is when the whole thing started at the omanfa and two animal which they got to say utu animal but occur say na say ni see. To me, I believe that maybe I would two and more coin. The person was not so powerful enough to save him. Because you can't visit a spiritual home with sickness and get back to the hospital with the sickness. You understand? So sometimes, from so maybe those at that time now, I'm gonna dream. You understand? And I say, be a they only need 2 I'm gonna dream. But sometimes I believe that particular spiritualist, no. One on because he's not powerful. You understand? Because if you say well, you panic will be minimum. Eddie go, a drone atono. Where you go on maybe why should he die?
The spiritual implication of that panier, spiritual symbol of panier, what is it?
Let me tell you one thing about it. You were adia you to me a you when you pahu. A ye physically truth. Any war trick to do that. What I say? So ye won a papa, DBI won a papa, and ye won a fake a war. Sa adiano. We ye were sending you see no. You understand? The fake one no. Obit me ye panye by 30 ha say.
How and no how? Like
they've spent their lifetime in learning it. So
obema wafe na wo like when you for we dem pancha me asem eje kasa no afa like me pese me hu say obema wafe na how
on my own faith. You see, they are so smart enough say obetumi the inside o minimum has say you see it's all about programming. They've learned almost say so many years. You see those magic stuffs are spiritualists bimu ye ni nobody have done in century semi Ghana I say. Yes, I'm telling you. When I started, me starting in century, I mean Kaiwo, not John Jamin. Allo Tigo Metro TV. John Jamin. One. Me century started na Metro TV then Lebanese man be there. Now your program uses our Metro TV. Morning Ride Anita Owusu. No me on a Saturday be say a different home TV Africa ya search all those programs the magic ni niema me ye no e bru ni pa adwen nti aseso which is real.
No, you were just saying magic. No one say you're real.
Yeah, but I want to say magic stuffs. That's the English word you can use for those things like performing wonders, right? But when you uber you kasa media e century what I say essentially nipa de na adwen to for my own I mean eye ne nwanwa what I say eno no eye motia na wo de be yes ade no and it's not there what now no we just a trick to trick somebody and it's not almost so this is the question of ni wo ni de buy no if the spiritualist was a powerful like a spiritualist as they said he visited then I think he was even supposed to see everything that is going to happen and prevent it because that was why he went there.
So, Paniano,
you're able to say, so why you panic on me, and then the person still goes and go off there, then that's a trick. I'm telling you, I'm really telling the true fact. It exists, right? But to his issue, I see it to be a trick.
Now then nebema opaniabo be meaning like how is it diabo then ne diabo no e saying na pania ton.
Okay, yeah well ade bi wo ho no ma se obi tu adura you can say do to senate a obi betumi de powder keke egu be bia watia na e diaba be ho no nan right. Ebe hono wonan a enam say ye honhum ne manti no obeka say wonan no isi wono ma na ewo na wo ka che wo say wo hu se pane wo wonan nim e bibi wo wontumi ntena se nti se obi a wo ani ehunu a obi hu niema sa spiritualist na ki kadi bom e de yes ade ne ma nipa na wo de to waduru So you can be able to call those things out from the person. What I say? Immediately I'll be here free nipa. The person is going to be okay. What I say? But when you are there for you, now still, when you're okay, I think say then you've not done the right thing. Like when you qualify, when you qualify a Juma, because the way you qualify a Juma, you should have seen all those things that is going to happen. Because to me, I believe myself that sometimes there are fake spiritualists, especially now, and they are all over everywhere.
How do we differentiate between Opioye Papa and Neonye Papa? Because we share this system anymore. Ubia se waping.
Sometimes when I come across those things, you know why? Young boys.
Yeah, no, waka
Young girls, ma. You see a video now about you on them say you're being and soon a family and then multi and a family demi. Some of the stories it doesn't make sense. Obi comfort me to na honum. Actually, any year some better na camera him and can't say any. Then you couldn't comfort not all. Just to defraud people. What I say? Obeba betas what kasa and ne maminka be binjo so multi TV. But it started from 8 o'clock. You bet me about spiritual programs. I'm an about 3. Different spiritualists. So sometimes, people get to become victim of the fake spiritualists. Because that's what they say they can do. What they cannot do, that's what they say most that they can do. So, if you become a victim, and then you see somebody speaking about spiritual stuff, you have doubts in that person too because you've been tricked before. But not knowing, say, you didn't visit the right spiritual home for that particular problem to be solved. You end up of going to Ubi on wine and say Ubi bunko for. We can't throw a bunko for. It is all the problem, Breno. We can't throw. Na bia. Wachajo, no I do sika. Problem and so and solve it. Okwayana survive. Intino a hard dream, people are really becoming victims of those things.
No who say tutu the no nipa na oye nhu adwuma first no na being.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. No me.
Cost being and by you being a spiritualist, who said day in the Bema will be a tutu to a drew and the Bonibiana BB a course until be a NSA.
I mean, a do toward the me am a tiano ma. May I call for say, Obi to me bamming chain, accent of that thing. So person will be go home. And I will no be any casa, person watching any panochina. Who say yes, Bibu we are say. People come with different type of surname, and we do it for them. But before we to be a side, and you have to watch the person. Maybe any power they call no. Is it true say nipa no nenya? That kind of argument, and I say nipa na bono, and I say be nipa na yenibibi.
We move na. We no on person. Na me say me bisa say entitutu de no say wo hwe and we are niama ekọ so a day ne bema ma branch or no oti abruchire wa baga na wo bo ne bran kakra na ebema nipa akodi ne bone wo hwe a day ne ye ben ana suban ben na ewo tutu ho ebeba bi ayenesa.
Well, to be specific with you, they say any panel any pebia ewu wi ase a te say meti ase obi o wa opemasem obi o wa opemasem what I say and now obi o no maybe a mene no we deep boni bi what I say and I be a nipa na yesa there's so many ways a bit me aba nipa adwemu na yesa what I say but for now no I feel say whatever that happened to him, no, we should just let it go. Nah, ne cry. And oko. Na busua no fan share mu say ade bia nipa esusu fa na ho amama na si no. We gya akwala wo honom. Wan na behwe akwala no. Eya wo ne arehom bedi ni nipa kra wo yes ade no. I strongly believe say when they curse that person and I say be omudo man ka bibia e bitimi work on that person.
No, this Kumawood something, Kumawood issue, and Ochina, where to where drew one typical example, a bishop, Bernard Nyako, and also we, there were so many issues, not revolving, and as involving the woo, say, we woo, na, drew any idea, those kind of things, does it really exist? Say, Bia, me no prayer, dear, no, maybe say me who say, den ne mema den na ye masa ne ma ne nyina esisi
on say the ya ma ne ma esisi ne say on say e ka say ye ne Africans but we blacks utumi hunu bi ne blacks ana ne tirimu etie ne tirimu esum he doesn't have good intention what I say intino bibi e be ba na dwemu bi a no he will feel say he want to retaliate what I say. And then this should let people know, say, they should go in for protection. But there's one thing that is not also helping. Upa ma mem fa di we marking to ebia ene ubeko sofu we nchen. Obeka se Nyankopon yi a kire no. Ochina obeko sofu we nchen. Ono so beka se Nyankopon yi ni si ya ede a kire no. Ochina beko sofu we nchen. Ono so beka se Nyankopon yi ni si a kire no. Omu nipa miensa no obi ene hono mo betumi aka asem ba akopɛ no ato aso one na who said that is your problem omo be you say nti you end up of wonam ha nti no say sans ne mani sia na we have a kase eno ne masa ne mani nyina si
nti asofo no eye bi mu ba mo nchen.
Yes, of course they do.
So for any be about one.
Oh, I have a lot of them. In fact, me mostly, to say South Africa, I'm in South Africa, Cape Town, and Johannesburg. I've stayed in Cape Town for 1 year in South Africa. I was living in one of the biggest pastors' house in South Africa.
Oh yeah, Juma Manu.
Yes. The only thing I was only doing is to put crowd. What I say? I just work. And then send any per 1,000 na buyer, or any per 1,500 never. What I say? I used 1 year to build that church. So I've lived in Cape Town. I've lived in Johannesburg. So I know the pastors who are under me.
Ghana has way.
Yes, Ghana Hanum. I have. So I know some. Look, I know some are trying to be picking up. But one thing about me is say, I don't just open up like that. So all of a sudden now you just walk to me, no matam at the end of the crowd, Debbie. Say, who knew Kutame and mamma, quite some for DSC in Kutawa. Trust me, me from Kutao. What I say? And at the mostly the only search for they say wonders and crowd. One special thing are mostly they request for they say ufi bano or how I would team or expect to say uba betnasia asema obekano ebeye no one who tri.
And so omoba my branch bi e wa hanom me hu how ade ba ni nyina na say okope adwuma ba o pese unya promotion ade no meaning say omo read with team eduro na ananya niema na omo ye no ebema na read with team preko pe na say
one all say fake pastors or the fake pastors do just program those things. What I say fake pastors no they just get people to do that. Right? Okay, say your fan say ne washisha who say I mean this I'm not the first person to say it. I mean let's say Asinfusu Minister Kennedy Japan came to expose all those things much about it. What I say? And nunti kwanti ma kofwa sorry egugu. And I mean that's the truth. But for me, per se, no. And son maybe as I did debate me no, then you should be very loyal. And as I say, woman will yes, will yes, would know, would know. If you don't learn all those things, you end up of say, what did to me be share wrong person, sir.
Say udi nkomo we dey be san ba ne ka ne so ba obo eye honorable Kennedy Japan din ye nyina enim dwumadi obefa de si ne ho so no expose asofo no obeyare nkrofo e de share say asofo no e na aye ne sa wo why spiritualist no say ansem na e ba he no ugi di sa
o say ni baby art come any baby they say me am tian ma me spirituality. Sometimes I can fall sick and then I'll go to the hospital. But you ask me, say I'm a spiritualist, why don't I care myself? What am I doing at the hospital? Any pabiano, you are here to me by your home. What I say? To say be what in can be a one who know. Now we're 2 1 and 1 causes an about say, you want yes, I did not. Send comment, say. Unka uko man can say be an anybody, say. What I say? So that is not name qua any ne cry and shiny pansa to be taken.
So for ni be working no.
None of them can take anything from that man. What I say? If we are sister, one now wakumu mu fita. Ade bia obe bia no man no kredi wo anim kan a ubenyina che.
People in Crawford Taika Kennedy Japan won sem and wa bin aside way no ye na ni keke no nam. Is it true?
Yes, of course, obi ane de ogidi. To him per se no wade a oginidi. I'm not saying say or some boss man say he has what he believes in. Right? He has what he believes in. What I say? When he tells you that he believes that those things don't exist, that is what he believes. Right? So that's up to him. But for me being here, adia any din iniho. Adia wudin ewo. What I say? Adia we are here any din. It doesn't exist. Adia we are here a wood dear you to me bony din. It exists.
It is someone. Yes, it's someone who be someone in your.
Somehow, when I someone who wasn't get down into your Pumanajo.
Only the own here coco.
Any of we are here, what we need, but say maybe catch our near my ecoso daily. If we are a bay on mobile. Yeah, you who not there, and near my me many way to be home. Sometimes, Anna, meteor cramp and I'm a raho. What I say? A whole lot of stuff is going on. A whole lot. Tina me say, ye Africans, no, ye dream ye different. Like, ye shed there any dream pa. A way I dream. I mean, we don't want the best. He wants say the best for only him. Assuming say when you will be your business, right? And they are supposed to pay you people like maybe 200,000, right? Nipa na wani no koya munya asade no. E dru da yesi mu bejiska no. Be hu se wadwen finti no. No afa echira kwa akoje. Nti we always want it all for ourselves. Yenko se me du be bom no anya kakra dia me fa wo because of kakra obenya edinti. What I say? On fa wo Inti ya dream no ya nkase ya dream no ye sometimes ye dream a dream pa the enti ameka sa ne say imagine observe ye ne sesi a obi offendi obi sesi a pe no pe say bia oboni dua na so ka as editia no so nim say sa de ne koso pa even they say o drive a cramp na ka bia crosso oh rolling glass na no start take kakika. And some, like, you know, it's really happening. What I say? Sometimes, maybe to meet one now, it will be a chain. Then I'll get to find out, say, it be a wafuma nipa asumesi. And he needs forgiveness from that person. I will instruct you, say, years ago, say. Go and do this, so. And apologize. And I say, yes, say, Fama, Adena, or phone. Nesambra.
Abusia Adiana or form no Yenisa na fabra. Ye try ho ye buy ye din komodidi no ebesan to aso. Abusia for who say oba Ghana ha minim se wehu a se sisi ano nkrofo hiamwa. Nkrofo wo be sorry be for radio. So for Canada we Canada obi ahiamwa ene ade wo wuti hei si emfa ni se obi so hiamwa den ena obetimi aye ede aboa sa nipa.
Well, to me per se no, they be am sorry I mean how are enipa FM or how are enipa FM or my brabo munsem. What you say?
Wa kasa den kakra de mama.
Okay. As I was saying, me am we ni no. Ade chia minim or how ni atete enipa FM. That is why they need help. And I would say se bibi ni wiase anke da anke ntu epunu bibi wo wiase honhom papa wo wiase honhom fi wo wiase what you say inti me per se no say no I would enye me na make sure say ebia say and say but when you sit down yourself now who say anyama nkoye ma me kwabena enye me ampa me there's something wrong somewhere and you get in contact with me I will teach you the right way to pass.
Okay, and therefore normal etudwa e form muna and you be here mo no so.
Obia hear me a obetimi afrem your number. So that's my personal number. 0244 another 44 0010 02444 4 near 4 0010. Number when we start teaching na ya riba time. So that is why it's 0244 another 440010.
Mebusia for enye enne cheto si mu ache wanante ache waye ndwuma na ache eninti no ma no na wode atudwa no ebia na ohia ne mboa anase nkoma yedi ye opese obisa ne bibi said ebia meja bibi wom na opese obisa ne so obetimi afre no na one no atwetwe nkoma ebusia aha na de nkoma twetwe ni nyina ebesi